Now let's move on to personalizing. A lot of you are already doing personalization to add fields, remove fields from a user interface. The exciting news now is you can now personalize just about anything in the system you want. That includes removing menus, moving menus. So I can, if I don't use self-service, I can move it, or allocations, I can hide it. So there are things that you can just take off your UI so you can actually trim down everything you see. Same thing applies. Going to close this out for a second. Let's just move into a vendor card where I can do a little more work and show you some of the cool new things you can do inside your UI all across the system. If I turn on my personalization again from the gear at the top, I can also then take things like my different actions, and I can actually choose and move actions in the system. So things that sometimes maybe you find hidden way over here on the right hand side, you could choose to actually move those into somewhere that's more comfortable for you. So you can actually tailor and customize all the actions in the system. Some of the things you can do on the page itself, where you have many fields in the system. So for example, right now, I'm sitting here and I'm showing all the fields on the general tab. Let's say you would like to see this field that's usually only shown when you say show more, and you want to show it always. You can also take fields that are displayed here and include or exclude them for quick entry. What that means is if I took this field like name 2 and I said I want to exclude from quick entry, then what will happen when I tab from this field, it'll automatically tab to the next field I want to go to. So you can manage and control the fields you see and what happens when you hit tab, so you can actually skip fields that you actually don't want to stop at because you don't use them. So you could choose to hide name 2, or actually you could just choose to leave it there and then just skip over it when you're doing fast data entry. If we do the show less, and let's say this is a field that you really don't want to see all the time, you could choose to go ahead and say show it under show more, and then it'll disappear up here and only appear when you hit the show more button up here. So the ability to completely manage and change your user interface at an individual user level, but also security permissions granted. A single user could do this for all your users in the system. So you can actually tailor the way you work with the system at an organizational level and only put on the fields and features that you actually use. The other nice thing, with personalization, of course, we can always add fields by moving and dragging them or remove fields by pressing hide. But what used to be slightly annoying to me is on a list page. Let's go ahead and clear out of here, go back to my vendor list. It was somewhat annoying having to go into personalize to increase my column widths. You can now go ahead and just in your normal list view, drag a column and make it wider or narrower and control the UI without having to go into personalize. Okay, so changing columns, changing actions, changing column widths, doing quick entry, the personalized options dramatically allow you to manage your interaction with the system. We'll be moving on in our next topic and talking about filtering lists and how that has been radically improved in the system as well.